What is up, lads? How's it going? How are you getting on? And welcome back to the FPL Era YouTube channel. GAMEWEEK 26 is just around the corner, so it's a Thursday night now. We've obviously until Saturday morning to sort our teams out. And yeah, I'm just going to start off the stream with kind of big news we got today now. You can see right there, that's a tweet in front of you, that unfortunately after Jota injured himself there last night, it's looking like he's going to be missing the Norwich game and potentially then the Leeds game midweek. So a lot of managers, myself included, are affected by this. So I need to decide now whether I double up on Trent and Robertson in defence, and obviously I need to get Salah into my team. But yeah, that's definitely the big news from today. Yes, we've a few in the chat, lads. Tell us where you're watching, where you are in the world, and we'll see kind of what kind of audience we have. But big up to FPL Aiden there in the chat. He obviously we had a blip there last Saturday morning, and want to shout out to Aiden there if he's still watching. And good man, Charlie. I hope you're keeping well. I'm surprised if you're in college, you're not out for rag week. I'm only back from Galway there in town, and by God, Jesus, it's absolutely packed in town. I got a haircut, whatever, and I was walking through. Shop Street is absolutely packed, yeah. But yeah, lads, if you've any questions ahead of double GAMEWEEK 26, fire them in there to the chat, and we'll get the ball rolling, whatever. But yeah, hopefully as well, another note, actually, I was kind of messing around with the mic, so hopefully you can hear me all right. I know there's a few comments there last week saying it was a bit kind of muffled on the mic, so hopefully have that sorted. But yeah, if you can hear me all right, throw a thumbs up, whatever, and we'll get the ball rolling. So first of all, I suppose we'll just have a look at our team, I suppose, last week. Obviously double GAMEWEEK 25 kind of started off very obviously frustratingly, with United losing their clean sheet. Obviously had De Gea and Dallo in defence there, and obviously Bruno blanking, and then Rafinha, in the 3 o'clock games, Rafinha blanking, Dennis getting a yellow card at one point, Calvert-Lewin blanking as well. Yeah, so it wasn't all great, and then thankfully then Foden got his goal then against Norwich. But I'm just kind of smiling there thinking back to Tuesday night. I put up a tweet basically when after Bruno scored. Very frustrating watch as a manager, as an FPL player, whatever. But obviously then that 97-minute goal, I was on for a red arrow. It would have been my 4th consecutive red arrow. But thankfully then Bruno got his goal. United got their clean sheet. So I Dallo and De Gea, and then thankfully enough, then I got a green arrow then up to 48k. Good man, Charlie. You're all ragged out. And thanks, Aiden. Lovely stuff from Malta. Lovely. And I'll say hello to FPL Penguin there. Cheers for tuning in, lads. Yeah, so we're looking ahead to Saturday. Obviously with that Jota news, we've seen today now. But first of all, I just seen a tweet there from Mark on FPL General as he goes by on Twitter, and it's definitely what you should be considering now when we're facing this double game at the weekend. So just play your own game. That's literally it. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Instagram, the amount of people are telling you to do this, do that, triple captain Salah, triple captain Trent. These are things, just play your own game. Anything can happen. I'm obviously going to lean towards the triple captain Salah, but we'll get talking about that later on. But for now, I'm just going to take this on board. Just play your own game, make your own transfers. Fair enough. A lot of people are probably going to free hit in 27. We'll get on to that later on, and I'll probably give you my kind of free hit team, what I'm looking up, or what I'm looking at for GAMEWEEK 27. But yeah, I thought that's something that's worth noting. Just don't fall into that kind of Twitter bubble that's going on at the moment. Just a lot of hype, people taking -12s, -14, or -16, sorry, not -14s. But yeah, no, just play your own game, and yeah, don't be blaming anyone else. But yeah, no, I thought that was just something I'd point out anyway. Yeah, and then obviously then going back to that Jota news, yeah. But yeah, so if you like planning ahead, if you're not sure what kind of tools you should be using, this website here, FPL.team, it's pretty much a godsend anyway for managers that are playing the game at the moment now. So at the moment there, I've how many have I? 1, 2. I'm gonna switch just Ramsdale in there. and who else on the bench there? King for Calvert-Lewin. So at the moment there I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double game week players. So with a that's taken, or is that including Jota? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so at the moment I have 5. Jota's gonna have to make way, obviously. So yeah, we'll have a look what I'm eyeing up at the moment now. So let's see, we've 2.1 million in the bank. So Jota's out, and then surely then we'll have to go for Mo. So I'm gonna get rid of Jota, get into Salah there. 2 seconds out. So Salah comes into the team. Then we've minus 2.8. So this is where it gets kind of tricky. Yeah. So Fernandes has to make way as well, just so I can afford get Salah into my team. So obviously Arsenal are blanking, but they're playing game week. They have their double game week, whatever, and then they're blank, and then they look like they'll be playing in game week 30. So Saka's probably the optimum pick there. So if you watch me team review our team selection video for the weekend, my before the Jota injury, I was looking at Salah in for Fernandes and Duffy out or Dallo out for Tierney. But yeah, so that's at the moment. Then there you have 2.5 in the bank. Looking at that, then I'm probably going to miss out on Robertson. I know I should be probably tripling up on Liverpool assets, but adding him in there, then I'm just 0.1 off. Yeah, that's a bit of a kick in the teeth there. Yeah, but then obviously Saka. If I don't want Saka, I could probably. I know I was saying don't fall into the Twitter bubble, but there's a lot of talk as well about Zaha. Palace have alright fixtures now, so 6.8 there. No, he's too more expensive as well. So we're just actually going to the FPL website quickly, and we'll look up someone who's around that price bracket. So Saka is how much? He is 6.4. So I need a 6.3 midfielder with a double potentially, and then I can attack then game me 27 with me free hit. Yeah, so not a lot of great options. You have Odegaard, but I wouldn't be too fancy, or wouldn't fancy him too much. And then you've Smith Rowe, but then there's obviously the rotation issues there as well. But yeah, Cornet is Cornet there. No, he's probably a bit more than that as well. 2 seconds. See how much Cornet is. He's 5.9. Yeah, so that actually could save us there. So we're gonna take out Zaha again, and then I'm gonna add in Cornet. Hopefully he'll be alright for the weekend. I didn't actually see what Sean Dice said about him, but yeah. So that's potentially how I could line up, and then we'd throw Cancelo in there for Duffy. So that'll be a -8 hit. Could potentially play James over. You can see there I've James and Calvert-Lewin on the bench. Could potentially play Calvert-Lewin or James over Foden. But there, yeah, and then obviously Salah would get the captaincy there. Ignore that in Cornet. But yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 doublers isn't too bad at all. And then with a -8 hit, there'll be a lot of managers taking hits this week. I can see Cap at 332 in the chat there is after saying he took a -12. But yeah, that's potentially how it could line up. I've 0.4 in the bank, so I can afford a few more price rises. But as I said there as well, you could go a different way. You could nearly go Firmino in for Calvert-Lewin, maybe even Diaz. 2 nice fixtures there, and obviously then, as I mentioned in the team selection video, Salah's probably be getting the triple captaincy. But yeah, that's potentially how it line up. And then, as I was saying as well earlier on, a lot of managers, including myself, have 2 free hits left. So stocking up on Arsenal players, stocking up on Liverpool players. Well, I know I've only one in there for Arsenal, but with 3 Liverpool, would then be eyeing up then the free hit then in game week 27 just to kind of attack those fixtures, whatever. But yeah, no, that's potentially how I line up for this double game week ahead. But essentially 8 double gaming players isn't too bad. A -8 hit, as I was saying as well. The -16s I'm seeing, -12s on Twitter, and as Kappa said there himself, he took a -12 himself. But yeah, not too bad. And then yeah, well, a lot could change then ahead of the weekend. Whatever, it's fairly frustrating about that Jota thing, because it would have been a straight swap then for Bruno to Salah and Dallo to Tierney, and that would have seen me with 8 double gaming players as well. But that's it. You know, that's the importance of holding your transfers until the Champions League games are over, whatever. But yeah, good stuff. I see Cormac there in the chat. He's saying, after asking, should I play my wildcard this week? I was going to hold it and take a -4, but with Jota out, I'm thinking maybe I should play it. Have only one free hit left and one free transfer this week. I think you yeah, as Kappa said there in the chat, if you can afford if it's only a -8, it's definitely not worth a wild card. All depends then how many players you'll have ahead of game week 30. If you're taking hits for this week for Jota, and if you've only one free hit left, obviously there's the upside of playing it in game week 33 as well, your free hit. But at the moment there's only 4 games, so if you can kind of attack or plan your transfers in ahead of game week 30, and bring in Arsenal players, bring in Villa players. I think Leicester are playing as well. But that's if you only had one free hit left, I'd be eyeing up then. You're just planning your transfer ahead for game week 30. But yeah, no, Charlie, yeah, geez, that Jota news was bad. I thought it was tactical enough. Yesterday evening he wasn't playing great in the first half, but that was it. He unfortunately we couldn't hear the commentary in the pub, so I didn't know if it was tactical or an injury. But obviously it came out then after the game that it was an injury. But yeah, good stuff. If you've any more questions, lads, throw them into the chat, and I'll get to as many as I can before 9:30, near enough to 10 o'clock. I see Charlie's there as well. There's another thing as well. Yeah, I was eyeing up Diaz as well, but I think there's far more upside on Robertson over Diaz. He is a nice shout ahead of the weekend. All right, but yeah, no, I prefer Robertson. It's Norwich and Leeds. Surely that's 2 clean sheets for Liverpool. I know there could be a wee bit of rotation ahead of the cup final 4 days after, but the only worry is about Salah. But maybe as I was saying yesterday as well, maybe the Jota injury is good for lads that are triple captain. And I know a lot of people, well, a small minority, not even captain or triple captain Bowen in what was it, 5 or 6 game weeks ago. So they ended up at 62. Salah gets anywhere near that, everyone's going to be captain or triple captain in Salah anyway. So points on the board anyway, and hopefully Salah returns anyway. There's nothing better than seeing your triple captain haul anyway, even if he's high ownership. Yeah, so Philip, thoughts on Brighton defenders against Burnley? So just gonna if I wouldn't be bringing in one if fair enough, if you wanted to bring Cucurella, you seen him in Brighton's first game. He was already against United as well. He did well, but he's a magnet then as well for bonus points too. But I'd be stocking up on Burnley players ahead of Brighton players if you're bringing in lads this week. So then obviously Burnley have the double, and if you don't have your free hit left, then bringing in Burnley players it would be the way to go, definitely. But yeah, I could see that Burnley Brighton game being low scoring anyway. But if you wanted to bring in a Brighton defender, I'd be looking towards Cucurella, and if not, then obviously then Webster. Dunk is suspended, but yeah, that's what I'd be going for. Then going for Burnley lads, you have Tarkowski, you have me, and then obviously if you've only one spot in the goals, Pope is there as well. Charlie said then as well, the potential risk rotation with Simicast ahead of the cup final on Sunday. That's it, I know, yeah. That's it, yeah. It's just a risk. I think there's more upside of you've obviously, yeah, I can see Diaz starting at the weekend, but it's just that Leeds game as well. I don't know will he start the 2. He'll get minutes over the 2 definitely. But how much is he? He's 8.5 is he or what? I'll just see how much he is on fantasy. 2 seconds. He is, I think he's around 8.5. Diaz 8, yeah. Yeah, so Robertson's around, Robertson's 7.1, so you're 7.9, and I'm predicting I'd be fairly confident Robertson gets the 2 games. Hopefully, I'm hoping that now, but yeah, I just prefer the upside of the 2 clean sheets over Diaz getting two attacking returns. But yeah, that's why I'd go Robertson over Diaz anyway. But yeah, going back to my team here now. As I said, you seen me current kind of lineup is this. Bruno will be gone. Dallo will surely be gone, and Jota as well. So -8, I end up at -8 at the moment. That's not where the -12. Even from I was 27k 3-4 weeks ago, and just it's a big learning curve. Whatever, there's literally 1 or 2 points between 40k and 60k. Just Bruno's goal then ramped me up back up to 48k or whatever. But I think Duffy came on for a 1-pointer for me at the weekend, and that put me up 5 or 6 7k places. So taking hits, I'd be very reserved or conservative. Taking hits. I know it's a double game week, whatever, but yeah, no, I'd be conservative with them now, definitely. Then I was getting a few DMs on Instagram about a free hit team in GameWeek 27. So I suppose this is how if I was looking like that at the moment, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 missing out. Yeah, so it's not too bad. But then I've Dennis and King playing United. I can't see them getting a goal there. Calvert-Lewin playing City, and then Duffy won't get time at all there. Yeah, so I'm currently eyeing up a free hit. Want to stock up on a few Burnley lads. They obviously have the double, so Dublin in 26, Dublin in 27. So I'll just throw a quick. You can see that perfectly on the screen, and I'll just throw a quick free hit 29 team. So or 27 team. Sorry. So we're going for Pope and goals. Then X out of these lads. We'll go for Burnley anyway. We'll go probably Tarkowski. This is it. I'll probably pick Tarkowski, and me. I'll probably get a banger of a header then over the 2 games. But Crystal Palace and Leicester, Burnley are fairly solid at the back in recent games anyway. Yeah, so surely you'd be hoping for at least 1 clean sheet over them 2 games. Maybe a sneaky attacking return as well. If I was going for me Burnley attacker, I'd actually go for Weghorst. So I'm gonna throw him in ahead of Cornet. He's in the team, and then Cornet will obviously have to leave. Then going down to the fixtures, so we want pretty much 3 United, 2 City, 1 Spurs, I'd say, and maybe a cheeky punt on Ward-Prowse there against Norwich. So I'm gonna actually throw West Ham have a game as well, so they're right. Bowen stays in there. Gonna take out Trent, and I'm gonna throw in Cancelo, or Cancelo's there already. I'm going to go for, who will I go for? I'm gonna go for Dallo. Just with Watford are absolutely shocking. Dallo might get a cheeky attacking return. He was lucky enough against Brighton. He had that one chance that Sanchez saved, but we missed out on that. Whatever. So we've that in there, and then Salah out. Probably going to be Bruno in. So we're going to go for Bruno. Get him back into the team. He's obviously called Fernandes. Add him in. So we've 6.5 in the bank. We're going to get rid of King. Rid of Calvert-Lewin. And we're going to go for, see if we can get Kane in there somehow. Kane in. And then probably see if we can get in De Bruyne over Foden. De Bruyne 12.1, and then get rid of Foden there. We might have to go Foden over him. So I have to take out Cornet anyway because we've too many Burnley there. And I said we'd go for a cheeky one on Ward-Prowse. 6.4. Probably going to have to take out De Bruyne. What a 6.1 million left. For we can't get Coutinho. Who do we want there? Trippier is gone, unfortunately, as well for yeah, we'll get rid of Calvert-Lewin, rid of James, and that'll give us a bit of a budget anyway. And then we'll get rid of Foden, go for Son, get him in, and then -8 in the bank. Get rid of Calvert-Lewin. We'll go for the cheap. Just what's a cheap striker? Let's have a look on FPL. $4.5. We'll say Richardson just to get the extra 0.1. $5.2. And then we might have to get rid of Son and go for someone else in midfield. So 5.5. Get rid of James for, we'll say Williams off the top of my head, just for a cheap fella. 3.9. And then Son, then we've 7.4 left for hopefully Coutinho. We could probably fit Coutinho in there. This is off the top of my head anyway, lads. I'll obviously have a foundations thread before the blank, but yeah, obviously 3 Burnley in there. Hopefully Weghorst can stay fit, whatever. And Ward-Prowse in there. I'd like a cheeky punt on him against Norwich, and especially if it's a free hit, you as well give him a chance for a week. 2 City, De Bruyne and Cancelo. Probably need another United one in there, but could go Ronaldo over Kane, but I think give Kane a go away to Leeds. If not, probably put in Ronaldo ahead of him, and then we've Bowen there for the Wolves game. Just his ownership is going to be too high, and yeah, that's how I could potentially line up. That's only a quick draft there anyway. But yeah, it gave me 27, and then previous, I'll have to revert back to my team, and then this was how I'd be looking then for game week 30. But obviously, yeah, their FA Cup games haven't been played yet, so we don't know who's blanking. But game week 30 is going to be a big blank, with only four games playing. Oh, Charlie, you're right there. Yeah, he was a Fort Burnley player, or whatever. I thought it was a Villa jersey, but yeah, a 4.5 striker would get us that team, whatever. That was only a quick draft, but not too bad. You've 3 Burnley in there. You've 3 Burnley. You've 2 United and 2 City and 1 Spurs. Could potentially go Kane over, or Son over Kane, and go for another cheap striker up front. But yeah, I want to say hello to FPL there in the chat. There, as I said, he's over in Australia, so I don't know what time it is with you, mate. But fair play to you for logging on and saying hello. But yeah, what else can we do? If you want anything else, lads, in the chat, have a send in. Lucky enough, then I kept Reece James anyway. There's a Ben Krellin replied to a tweet from my own during the week there. I'll see, can I get it up? He said there was like a 50 to 60% chance that Chelsea doubling in game week 28. So we'll see. Where did he say here? You can see this on the screen. Yeah, there's a 50-60% chance of Chelsea doubling in game week 28. So lucky I kept on Reece James, whatever. I think they'll be doubling against Arsenal. So then even for the double this week, I probably need to get Saka in, but that's it's going to be a bit of a dodgy thing to get, because I don't want to take in the -12 hit, whatever. But yeah, lads, I think we're not too bad there anyway. If you've any more questions, throw them into the chat, and we've a few watching anyway. So if you've any questions or scenarios you want answered ahead of game week, ahead of the double, let us know. We'll probably call it off in a few minutes anyway, because I was going to do an Instagram live in a few minutes. But if not, yeah, if you're kind of new to the channel, I know we're still kind of growing, whatever, trying to get the audience members up, whatever. But throw a sub to the channel, throw a like to the video, and we'll try and get these things going kind of every week. And as Aidan was saying earlier on in the chat, he kind of saved me last week. I was out from a missus' 60th, her mother's 60th even, and woke up the next morning, only copped that the deadline was 11:30 when Aiden said in the live stream. So lucky enough, I had enough time to get my team done, whatever. But yeah, if you're not on, if you are on Twitter, you can throw us a follow there at FPL Era as well, and I'm on Instagram as well. But yeah, as I was saying, that's I'll quickly build back my team to what I'm looking at for this game week. So current, I'm gonna have to go back here, start planning, and so this is how I'm setting up at the moment. King in for Calvert-Lewin, Ramsdale in for De Gea, and Cancelo in for Duffy there. So without any transfers, I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as I was saying earlier on, and then Jota obviously has to go, unfortunately. Can't really afford any Arsenal. I've 5.9, so as I was saying, Bruno and Jota gone. In comes Salah. Triple captaincy pick definitely on Salah, so 13 million. Hopefully he returns the goods. And then Jota out. Gonna see, can I get Tierney? And if I can, even that Charlie was saying earlier on, he's 5.1. I need Tierney for game week 30 if I don't want to free hit in game week 30, and then taking out Jota then will allow me to triple up on Arsenal. But that's another way around it as well. Obviously there's a lot to happen ahead of the deadline, but then you can see there I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 doublers again, and then we've Reece James on the bench too as well for their potential double against Arsenal in 28, and then on the 27, then that's where the trouble then comes with 3 Arsenal, 2 Liverpool, 5 players. But I fancy Arsenal have Brentford and Wolves, so I want the double defence in there, I think. But yeah, that's kind of mainly how I think I'll line up. But yeah, no, yeah, it's just after 9, so lads, I think we've been on the last half an hour, so we won't stay too long. So I have to go on to Instagram now and chat to a few lads over there. But yeah, if you want to come join me on Instagram, I'll be throwing a story up there in the next few minutes, and we'll get it live going, because there's a good few questions on Instagram I need to get through as well. But yeah, lads, we'll leave it there for the night. If you're watching and you're not subbed to the channel, throw us a sub. It really helps the channel, really supports the channel. But that's how if you're only joined there, I assume we've got a kick up in viewers there. That's how I could potentially line up for the double this week. I can just see a question there for Adorn. Where are you from? I'm from Ireland. So I actually get a lot of questions about what does FPL Era mean. So Era is the Irish for Ireland. So even if you can see on the logo, the Premier League logo actually on its side spelled EIR, and we just threw an E at the end of it there. So that's Era. So worked out well, whatever. But yeah, that's Era means Ireland, yeah. But so it's FPL Ireland. But yeah, I'm gonna hop over to Instagram now, lads. We've been on for the last half hour, so we'll leave it there. Hopefully got all your questions there in the chat. Mayo for Sam Adorn. I'm not from Mayo now, but I'm from a little county in Connacht as well, close enough to it. But Mayo for Sam, why not? If you can see, actually in last week's live stream, if you were here, I was actually wearing a Mayo top. But yeah, lads, I'll leave it there. I think that's gone through everything I was looking at there. Yeah, Charlie said as Diaz pick as well. If I remove Diaz, I don't think even have enough from. I do have 8.3, so yeah, I could even go Diaz. As you're putting thoughts into my head, Charlie. I need to suss out that. But I like Tierney in the team there, and he has that double as well that I can look forward to there. But yeah, lads, it's I'll leave it there. We'll potentially have a live stream hopefully ahead of Saturday morning. Hopefully a bit earlier. We're heading out Friday evening in Angola, so hopefully I'm up early enough to get the live stream going. I can just do one more question there from JXT. Van Dijk or Robbo? Van Dijk's probably a safer pick with the rotation issues, as Charlie mentioned in the chat earlier on. Simicast might get game time ahead of the cup final, but just with the attacking returns you seen last night, Robbo got his assist. I know Van Dijk actually got an assist as well for Salah's goal, but I'd go Robbo. Just he's on corners, and I'm assuming already you have Trent. But I know it's an extra 0.6, 0.7 for Robbo over Van Dijk, but I'd go for Robbo definitely. Yeah, good stuff, lads. We're on 8 likes. If you want to throw us a like on the stream, get to 10 likes, that'd be sound out. And yeah, we'll leave it there. So thanks again for watching, lads. We'll see you Saturday morning. And if you want to join me over on Instagram now, I'll be chatting on there now in the next few minutes. But enjoy the rest of your evening, lads. If you're not like Charlie, you're all ragged out. If you probably enjoy your nights anyway, and enjoy the rest of Rag Week. But